excited for. Red Bull and Explore Edmonton announced this week that the Red Bull Soapbox Race is coming to Edmonton in June. And this is only the third time that the event will be held in Canada, and racers will build their own motorless vehicles and race down Queen Elizabeth Park Road. And we actually have a model soapbox car that we're going to check out in a bit. But first, Explore Edmonton's Tim Casper's in studio with us. So good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. I got way too excited, for one, when I was able to see the soapbox, and two, that this race is coming to Edmonton. So tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's an understatement to say that we're incredibly excited as a city. It's the third time that the event will be happening in Canada. And yeah, brave participants will be able to take their kind of homemade soapbox creations down Queen Elizabeth Park Road on June 22nd. So yeah, it's a really cool mixture of, an actual, competitive event. There's timing systems, there's a podium at the end, but also I think the emphasis is really on that kind of fun and creativity aspect. So yeah, it's one of a kind for sure.
Oh my goodness, you do have to be brave, because are there brakes on this thing? Like, is it like a car?
Yes, the cars have to have brakes. That's one of the requirements. So it can't have a motor, but it has to have brakes. And there'll be different obstacles and kind of jumps and other interesting things that are actually on the course as well. So it has to have some stardiness to be able to stand up to that on its way down.
So how do we bid for something like this to come to Edmonton?
Yeah, definitely. I think in this case, a lot of it is a product of just the relationships that ourselves as Explore Edmonton, the City of Edmonton, have with event organizers such as Red Bull. So obviously, with our city's history of hosting Crashed Ice in 2015 and 2018, just having that relationship in place and kind of, I think, showing our worth as a host city to the awesome folks at Red Bull across those 2 years really put us in a good position. And yeah, we were just, we've been working for a couple of years to bring them back to the city in some form. And yeah, this was kind of the perfect way to do that for sure.
And Red Bull sponsoring this, I mean, the slogan is Red Bull gives you wings. And I feel like people are going to feel like they have wings once they're in their car. Okay, can we walk over? I'm getting excited.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Check it out.
Look at this thing! Oh my gosh. Okay, so you have to explain what we have here.
Yeah, definitely. So this is an example of an actual soapbox that our friends at Red Bull have put together. So everybody will be able to see this actual vehicle around the city in the coming months at a bunch of different promotional events. So yeah, people...
I can see myself racing down the hill.
There we go. We have our first entrant in already. So people can register up until March 27th to have their creation be able to participate in the race. But this is just an example of one of them that could be flying down Queen Elizabeth Park Road.
So what are the requirements when you're putting together a vehicle? Because I see there's a light, a headlight, the steering wheel, and then what else? I'm a little cramped up. Is this normal?
I would say so. This one with the light, I think, is a little bit of an added touch that our friends at Red Bull put on. But the basic requirements, it has to be able to steer, it has to have brakes, and there are some requirements just on height, weight, some other kind of numbers like that. But yeah, I think the name of the game is just to be creative as possible. The evaluation process is based on how creative your car is, how much of a wow factor it brings. So that's ultimately, at the end of the day, what will get you selected to actually go down the hill on the day of.
And is there anything that you can't have? Like, I see this has a sidebar. Could you have like a fender in the back or like a flag?
Yeah, you can have anything. I think that's some of the best examples of in the past at other races have been themed cars with crazy installations built on them, different things like that. But yeah, like if you search up, Red Bull Soapbox Race on YouTube, there's awesome compilations of all the wacky and cool things that people put together. So yeah, there are some rules, but really no rules in the same sense.
Okay, last question. Do you have to wear a helmet?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Good.
You have to be over the age of 18 and wearing a helmet as well. So the safety piece is always front of mind. But yeah, it's an incredible...
We're not done yet. No, wait. No, I want you to push me, but just not yet. Okay, so safety top of mind.
Yes.
And I think I would like to put a motor on this thing. Hey, motor, can you come back, please? All right, well, the Red Bull Soapbox Race takes place Saturday, June 22nd at Queen Elizabeth Park. For more information, you can visit them online at redbull.ca/soapboxrace.